Thank you.
I lived around veterans, help fire my age, and on now he's a veteran.
What do you do? That sound. Done.
The camera's going to be there, so it's probably good that you beat Shannon next to you. He's still doing the camera. Been doing the camera forever. Yeah, we want you to be seen. So yeah, right up there, kind of forward and next to him. That'd be good.
Color guard, attention! Color guard, forward, march!
Okay.
Hats off.
Go ahead.
Color guard, halt! Color guard, raise the flag of the United States of America. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Two. Color guard dismissed. Did you sound off?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched, rose so gallantly streaming, and the rockets lifted, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet waves o'er the land of the free and the
On behalf of the Ebbetts Pass Veterans Memorial District, welcome. This is a very special day. Not only do we honor our veterans, men and women who have served in our armed forces, but we're here to dedicate this beautiful monument. It's been a long time in coming. It's a culmination of a great deal of effort and thought, and we hope that you will join us in looking it over and seeing some of the engravings and so forth. And we have a great deal of thanks to give to a gentleman, Mr. Ryan Van Cleve, who was extremely instrumental in not only helping us put this together physically, but in actually doing a great deal of the planning. And of course, the fact that Ryan did the work by himself is a great honor. We were glad to have him help us in that regard, but he didn't necessarily do it all by himself. Actually, we had someone else give us a great deal of help, Mr. Mike Preston, who furnished us this temporary flagpole this morning. Unfortunately, the beautiful flagpole that we have planned for this location, which is a $2,000 internal lanyard flagpole, first class all the way, is somewhere between here and the East Coast. But it's coming, and we thank Mike for having provided the flag for us, and we thank all of you, of course, for coming. We want to thank Linda Woolworth, Linda Anderson Woolworth, daughter of Grover and Bev Anderson, for the very beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Linda, thank you very much. Appreciate it. We're really very proud that so many veterans are here today, and we want to know who you are. We want to know your name, and we want to know the branch of service. So we're going to start over on this side over here, and we want to hear loud and clear your name and your branch of service. And we'll start with this gentleman right here.
Steve Rocco, Navy. Tom Christian, Army.
Julie Hollins, Navy.
Jeff Duffy, Navy.
Mike Miller, Air Force.
Tom Tryon, Army.
Jim Clark, Army. Jim Clark, Merchant Marines.
Great. We had one in the back I don't think we heard.
David Burgum, Army.
Thanks, David.
Bill Whitmer, Army.
Bill Wakefield, Navy.
Tony Tyrell, Naval Air Force.
Paul Moeller, German Army.
That was important to someone.
Rick Ryan, United States Marine Corps.
It's tough for a Marine to get that out. All you ever hear from them is Semper Fi something.
Dennis Griffin, Navy.
Roy Peterson, Army.
Retired Navy as a lieutenant, 30 years from seaman to warrant officer to lieutenant.
Navy.
It's the hard way.
Navy.
That's a hard way.
Joe Hoxie, United States Coast Guard.
Yay! Semper Paratus.
Robert Muirquest, United States Army. Dennis Kunter, Army. Dennis Robb, Army.
Tom Schiller, U.S. Navy Seabee. U.S. Army.
Great. Super. WW2 vet. Great.
Ray Rogers, U.S. Army. Mike Preston, USN, USMC.
Wilbur Fullaway, Army.
Rob Cavanaugh, Navy.
Mike Pastor, Marines. Dallas Wolf, U.S. Navy. Steve Penn, Air Force. Mark Burton, Army Air Force. Larry Thompson, United States Navy. Joe Cleveland, Navy. Joe Cleveland, Army. Jack Sable, Army. Dick Morgan, Naval Seabees.
Arnold Ross, United States Navy.
Great.
American Navy.
In front here.
Army.
WW2 vet. back, do we have more? Vets? None there? On the board, we've got vets.
Dick Elliott, United States Navy.
Al Napier, Navy. Gary Lewis, United States Army.
Jim Carlin, U.S. Coast Guard, Semper Paratus.
Should I say it too?
As I think I mentioned before, this the monument is actually a work in progress. As you can see, the bricks that we have are not in place as of yet. The matter of fact is that the bricks are somewhere in Stockton. We called the company that furnished the bricks. Yes, they were shipped days ago, and we'll trace them for you, and that's where they are. They're on some dock in Stockton. So unfortunately, we don't have them here today, but we're told that they're beautiful, and we have an example here. Oh, it says U.S. Coast Guard on it. I wonder how that happened. Actually, the engraving is going to be laser engraved, and it's going to be somewhat darker than this, but this is what they're going to look like. As you can see, they're first class. We've got an order for over 100. We have to place orders of 100 at a time. So it took us a little while to gain some impetus and get that 100 initial order together, but we did that. And since then, it's really started to steamroll a little bit, and I think that Debbie, confirm this for me. We've got orders now for how many more in addition to the original 100?
Halfway to our second 100.
So we got about another 50.
The bricks are due in Murphy's at 11 o'clock today. They're
Well, that's timely. Well, there's nothing we can do about that. At least they're on their way. But they will be mortared in place. We've got room for about 600 bricks on the face here. So we hope to have 600 bricks shortly. We really do. And the actual facing here is going to be a little bit different than what you're seeing now. Time was somewhat of the essence, and so we weren't able to quite get it all completed. But it's going to have a bit of a face that's going to have some color to it, so it will look nice. In addition to that, on the other far side of the monument are going to be these letters here that are going to spell out the fact that this is our Veterans Memorial. So people will be able to see from a large distance just what this kind of venue is. We're very proud of it, so we're going to advertise that fact. Here, this six-sided monument here depicts the 5 services and, yes, the National Guard as well. There's a lot of them that are being killed right now, so the National Guard deserves their share of the recognition. We had a hard time finding a plaque that had the National Guard insignia on it, but we were able to locate one. So we have all 6 of those here, and we think that this is an outstanding example. These are nice 16-inch bronze plaques, so that they'll last. God forbid that somebody should steal them. That's kind of the way things happen these days. But by golly, if one comes off, we got another one to replace it with. So there always will be medallions here. There always will be bricks on the face. And it's going to be a continuous effort on the Veterans Memorial District's board's part to see to it that the monument is kept clean at all times, and that any defacing, any graffiti, or any of that type of thing will be taken care of immediately. It's very important to us. We're your representatives, and the tax dollars are making this possible, and we're going to see to it that the taxpayers get their money's worth. As I said,
For a brick.
Sir, I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
If you want to make a donation for a brick, who do you see here?
Good question. Glad you asked that. We have brochures here that can be filled out. Debbie has a large supply.
I will.
I want to introduce Debbie Rocco. Come here. I want to introduce Debbie Rocco, not because she's my daughter.
No,
but she's been very helpful in marketing the entire idea here, and we have a great deal of thanks to give her, so we want to publicly let her know. I'd like to introduce to you the Ebbetts Pass Veterans Memorial District Board. It's a 5-member board. Dick Elliott, Mr. Al Napier,
our chief cook and bottle washer and president, Sarah Lunsford, and Gary Lewis. There's nothing like being over 70. You can just remember things, no problem. It's great. Isn't it great, Grover? Fantastic. In addition to this monument, we'd like you to be aware of a few of the other things that your Veterans Memorial District Board has done. You probably noticed that along Highway 4 and both Murphy's and Arnold, the American flags are being displayed. They're first quality flags, and they're on a rotating pole so that they won't wrap up, and they're always in plain sight. And we've had a lot of comments from a lot of people who wanted to have the flags displayed, and we just decided, well, by golly, we're going to do it. And thanks to the scouts who put them up, Troop 343 in Murphy's and Troop 310 in Arnold, we get it done. And they do it 3 times a year. And we want to thank our scouts from Troop 343 for the great presentation and the bugle performance this morning. Guys, thank you very much for your part. Okay, before I turn it over to my good friend Gary here, I'm going to ask Linda, would you come forward and help me do something? She's going to lead us, and we're all going to sing together, God Bless America. Are you with us? Yes. All right, let's do it. God bless America. Land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the nights with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America. God bless our troops. God bless our vets. God bless America. Gary.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today to help us with this dedication. And the support you've given us in building this monument to the veterans. I'd like to give a special thanks to Calaveras County, and especially one individual, Mike Moeller, for helping us select and get this site for us. I think he got the finest place we could ever have, and it's going to be beautiful. Thank you. As Jim said, this is an ongoing thing, and so I'd like to have you let your friends, neighbors, countrymen know about it, and if they wish to honor a veteran, they can see Deb or anybody on the board, and we'd be glad to get them an application. Thank you very much again for coming.
Appreciate it. Thank you, folks. You've all been on TV. Sure, go right ahead. Go ahead. Ryan Van Cleve would have a couple things he'd like to say. Go ahead, Ryan.
Definitely didn't do it alone. I want to thank you guys for the privilege and honor working on this project. And families down there, Larry Construction, did a lot of work with concrete, and DC Backhoe did the trail. Medical help and Davis Designs, Ray Davis. They all helped together, and it was quite an honor to get started. We took it very seriously, and a lot of heart went into it. So just thank you guys for that opportunity and that privilege.
One other thing before you leave, if you have the time to come up and notice the inscriptions that have been sandblasted in here. I think you would find them very inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's indeed an honor to be present for the dedication of the Veterans Memorial District. It took some period of time, I'd say 2 or 3 years, before we were able to get the site entitled as necessary. Initially, the memorial was going to be over by the Murphy's Branch Library, and then difficulties came into play, and we had to move it over to its current location. We had to, the county owns the property, so that was a significant plus, but we still had to get the property entitled, etc. The main person with the county that did all the work and interfaced with the Veterans Memorial District was Mike Moeller, who's here on my right. Michael, at that time, worked for the Calaveras County Administrative Department, and he put long hours in and brought all the parties together so that we could have this dedication here today. So, Michael, would you like to just say a few words?
I'd like to say that this location, okay, thanks. No, this location with the stream behind it and away from the traffic, and it actually capitalized on the use of a piece of ground that the county owned and didn't interfere with the riparian area, and has a parking lot behind it. I felt that this was an ideal spot for it, and so here we are today, a few months later.
A few months? How about a couple of years? 3 years?
Well, yeah, I mean, a few years ago it was proposed for the other side of the road, and it interfered with library use, or it interfered with park use, and so this spot was really a godsend to find.